there's an activity that we do in lab to reinforce the screw home mechanism or the locking mechanism. So that terminal or end range of knee extension and how our ACL tightens, PCL tightens, and the posterior joint capsule tightens, and it helps to lock the femur and tibia into that fully extended position. To get that fully extended position, our femur needs to internally rotate and our tibia needs to externally rotate. Now, how much each of the bones move is going to depend on whether you're sitting or standing. So when we're sitting on our femurs, and so they can't rotate too much. So most of that end range extension is going to come from your tibias externally rotating. When we're standing, we're in closed chain position, so our feet are locked down on the ground, and when we fully extend or lock out our knees, it's mostly coming from our femurs internally rotating because the tibias can't rotate at all. So the activity that we do in lab, I'm just going to move the camera here. So on your family member, you're going to locate the apex of the patella, so the distal end of the patella, and you'll put a dot right there. And then you're going to locate the tibial tubercle on the anterior proximal end of the tibia, and you're going to put a dot there. Now, sometimes the tibial tubercle can be tough to find. Some people it's obvious, and other people it's a little more subtle. So you just feel around and feel for the most prominent bony bump on the anterior superior tibia. And then you're going to draw a straight line between those two dots. So again, when we fully extend the knee, when we're sitting, our femurs are kind of locked in space, so they can't really rotate at all. So most of that locking mechanism is coming from your tibia externally rotating. And to demonstrate that, we'll just have you extend your knee fully. So I locate the apex of the patella in its exact same spot. It hasn't moved at all. But now when I palpate for the tibial tubercle, we can see that it's way out here. And I draw my line between the two, and we can see how much the tibia, if we lower that back down, how much the tibia externally rotates when we fully extend the knee. So you can try that on a family member at home.